Hello there, beautiful souls. Welcome back. This is Manifest with Jenny T, your mindset spiritual coach. Today's video, I've come away, I'm in Spain, and it's glorious here. The weather is amazing for November. It's the last day. We've only come over for 4 days, so back to a bit of drizzle, no doubt, and sleet and snow and all that good stuff to look forward to. But while I'm here and while I'm grounding on this lovely sand, I wanted to talk to you about, well, I kind of wanted to do a boosting video for you. And even though obviously I talk from a spiritual standpoint, it's a life standpoint, really. It's to like I always say, make it applicable with your belief system. So whether you're spiritual by nature, that's amazing. But if you're more conventionally inclined and you like to listen to podcasts or videos from, a mindset perspective, I want to give you this as a rounded way of looking at things, if I don't go too deep. But this is definitely a boosting video. And I want you to realise that on your journey of growth, on your journey of self-discovery and manifesting, if we want to use those terms, what we desire into our reality, I want you to understand that it's not a linear process. And I've talked about this before, and sometimes I do feel the need to fall back on a boosting video, because I want you to understand that even though we take these steps incrementally with anything that you're manifesting in your reality, sometimes it's not as simple as keep climbing up the ladder this way. I want you to understand that there are storms that we have to encounter en route. That means we're always going to have to deal with life. Life is always going to throw us curveballs. It's always going to throw these things in our path that we have to overcome. And it's going to be painful sometimes, but it's necessary for us to grow as humans. I mean, I was speaking to my mom about this the other day, and I was mentioning to her that we grow through the pain. We go through the pain and we grow through the pain. We have to have pain sometimes. We have to face these not very nice circumstances and emotions to learn, for those things to be the teacher, the catalyst to propel us into the next version of ourselves. And I know this all too well with my own storms and my own issues that I never stop encountering as I go on this journey, guys. We look at other people and we always assume that they've got everything that we want. We focus on the areas that we think we're lacking, this mirror, and we think everybody's got their shit together, for want of a better word. And it's absolute bollocks. Because every human goes through their struggles, even if we perceive no struggles being present. From our perspective, girls, the supermodel that we look at and we think, oh my God, I would die to have that figure. They go through their struggles. Maybe it's a scenario where the girl with the longest legs and the most attractive person that we would possibly ever think that, we could see, that she's got a poor self-concept, and all she ever attracts in her life are men that look for her as a sexual object. And this is something that she has to encounter constantly because of her own self-concept, and she is embarking on a journey of self where she can actually, for the first time in her life, see her self-worth. Or the billionaire who drives around in the nicest Ferrari, and we look at that person and think, wow, you know, that I look at this wealth, but this person's on their own and they can't attract the love because they've plowed all of their energy into building up this, you know, successful business, and everything else in their life has gone to the wayside. These are the struggles that everybody has to go through, guys. You're not on your own. The main thing is coming back to thyself, meaning that we choose the version that we want to be, even through the storms. You know, I have to deal with this all the time. I'm not going to go into detail with it because it's my personal circumstances at the moment, but I'm going through a divorce and it's impacting my children. And it's the storm, guys. It's a storm. You know, some people might look at me and think I've got my shit together, but I still have to go through the storms, and I still, through the storm, have to pick the version of who I actually am. You know, through the pain, who am I, Jen? I'm whole and complete in these moments of going through the storm. I choose to be unconditional love. I choose to embrace the dark side of me and the light within me to make me whole, even through the pain, even through the anger, even through the confusion, even when things aren't clear. Even when I can't see the road ahead, it's not clear, I still have to come back to thyself. I still have to come back to who I am. And that's faith. That's faith. And that's not doing the ladders like this. We have to be prepared to fall down sometimes, go through it, and understand that it was all meant to be there to teach us. Life, pain, these lessons are the best teacher. Just accept it. Accept and say, I'm held. I've got faith no matter what I'm going through, that I'm going to get through it and I'm going to grow through it. You know, I go through pain all the time because I'm such a deep person. I'm such a deep person that I feel things deeply all the time. You know, for example, my SP was saying to me, you know, when you were growing up, Jen, like people looked at you like that I was, he used the words of up my own arse. And I find that so fascinating because everybody's always got an opinion of you guys. Even though I was the most, I would say, emotionally unintuned, so emotionally out of control, I always knew that I felt deeply, but I had no understanding of how to transmute all that pain and energy within me. And now I do. You know, but it's the visions of other people. Forget what other people think of you. Forget all those things. Who are you? Come back to who you are. Have faith that you held even through the storms. So I think I've done there because that was a lovely, passionate one. And it's a reminder that you're not doing this alone. We're all in this together. So keep on, human. Keep on, sister. Beautiful soul. I see you through your pain, through your struggles. And sometimes when you get it wrong, it's okay. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off. Tomorrow's a new day. Stop trying so hard to be and just see who you are. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.